Okay, hello guys, I welcome you to the channel Low Infotronics PTE, and in this video I'm going to show you how we're going to read a CSV file, and it is normally a database import export format, and it is a file extension as well. So how we going to use Python, how we going to read a file that may help us for the statistical analysis. I have actually shown you in my another channel, Nota Bene Tech on Tube, with the help of one video on scraping, how to create a web crawler, and using the concept of scraping, CSV, and Google. Just showing you a verbose as well on that video. So in that video I used a concept of scraping, linked a website with a link obviously, and get the result to be displayed on the console in Python. And in that video we use a leaderboard. I remember that was about a game, a ranking, and I ranked the players in a game according to their credit score, and obviously ranking and displaying it in consoles with the help of that scraping. And obviously the scraping may help us to actually lead to a CVS file to be created, and to be we can use obviously use that concept and the data in a website to be exported in the CVS file. Normally we can use for our data analysis, and the same applies when we have some data in a form in an Excel, you can say, in a form of rows and columns in any website. We can actually first get that CVS file download, and obviously we have to save it into our computer. I've saved it already by using an Apple platform, and that was the file that was actually having the same result. Normally the result was on the a time constraint, so I have to use that information, or that table or data, and saved it in my computer. It was for the Apple company, and I saved it. And how I'm going to use that data and displayed the whole data in console in Python. So you simply, if you have saved the data, you can just run it by importing the pandas as PD. Obviously Panda is also the extension we're going to install and configure it by on the command prompt by using pip install pandas. Just install it. You're going to install pandas as well, along with I believe numpy as well, and you're going to install both at the same time. And when you're going to have the pandas, obviously that may help you to get what you can say, the CVS file to be read on. And just that data frame, obviously data frame is we're going to create a data frame as well. We want a frame of data to be analyzed, and whether it is in a CVS file. So I want to read the CSV file and naming it as a data frame df, and R symbolized as reading, and the path I've shown is already I've download the file in that path, and I've just copy paste that path, and I've actually shown to you as well, just at the end, showing .csv and ending as a code, initializing it with R after initializing as a code, and ending as in code as well. So the path altogether is defined in the data frame, or named as df. So when I'm going to run it and printing out as df.head, okay, what I want to actually I want to read the CSV file, but I want to have the head. I want to have the titles or the names of the columns and the details and in that data frame. So I want to have that in front of me, and how many columns, how many rows are in front will be displayed, that is not the issue, but I want to have the names of the columns to be displayed in front of me, and that is my aim of that data frame, and I want to extract that data frame. So let's see, because with the help of the data frame, with the help of the pandas, you can have plenty much usage as far as the pandas is concerned, as far as the data frame is concerned. If you have a CVS file, if you have any other file in any other format, you're just going to have that format, that file. You can get normally why we use it for the data frames or the pandas for the time stamp purposes. What was the time, what was the date when we when we have that specific result on a data. So that is why when we have the data, we have the time stamp as well. So we want pandas and the data frame normally primarily used for the time stamp purposes, just to get extract the time, just to extract the date, and also the relevant information according to that date and time as well. So with the help of this head function, let's see what I'm going to have it, if I'm going to have and then as far as that file stored in my database is concerned. So let's see. Yeah, it took a while, but the result is in front of you. The date there, in the CVS file, there is a column with the name date, open or open stack value, or the open stock value, I believe, because I have to show you that exact link as well. What was the values on that shown on for the for I believe that was the historical record for the last 6 months, I believe, but starting from the month of April, yes, April onwards. A quarterly result, I believe, the opening and the high, what was the high, and that day you can have the closing as well. You have the adjusting closing and the volume, that was the volume to be sold in that particular day. So on that day, so what you can have I'll later show you in some of the some other video the whole bunch of the coding with the data frame. You just have to add what is your requirement. If you want to actually have a specific date, if you want to have the median mod or the average of the result, if you want to have any other mathematical result to be displayed from that given set of information, or in the given set of file in any other format, you can have just pick up the point. You can just have the that information from that specific point, and you can actually get for your use, and you can see that what was at that given day, or that given quarter on that, even on that year, on an yearly basis, on a 2-quarter basis, on the biannual basis, or you can say what was the exact result on that given day. So that is why it is, or that given time. You can extract the information from that raw data. You can have that specific time as well. You can analyze, and you can, that is all for your analytical purposes later down the road, or the decision making. So this is how you're going to use pandas data frame, and you can use the specific information for your requirement. I'll later show up in some other video the bunch of the coding that may eventually involve, and also show you how you can use this whole concept of pandas as well. So this is the information in front of you. I may come up with some of the interesting videos, that is obviously may help you to actually get the whole understanding of the programming and the coding. That one. Just keep watching. Thank you very much. Take care and have a nice day.